What is happening, y'all? Welcome on back. So we are ready to continue on with two side quests, Lacrima and Valus's Axe. So go on through. Obviously make sure to talk to Defrona, make sure you've used those soul stones. Hopefully you got a gear set that is upgraded and looking good. And we'll hop on over to Lacrima. Which somebody said that Lacrima is the Latin word for tear. Teardrop, so it should be soul tear, not soul tear. I know that's been on my mind for a bit. Alright, I should probably upgrade some more. Keep pumping this, get it to 60. So, well, quick build recap. We are still moving, as I said. Endurance is going to go up to 60. After that, I'll take Vitality, probably all the way up to 60, and then I'll focus Willpower. I'm just not terribly worried about damage at the moment. We're doing quite well. And then skill tree, I got one extra point. Let's see. I picked up Wind Piercer Mark. That's been fun. Not terribly worried about Ironclad. Don't like Reversal. Aggressive action. I remember I was messing around with this for a while, but I think Nimble Blitz is just a better dodge attack than this. Could go back to Deafness. I had that for quite a while. What is this? Right bumper when down or taking damage. Danger in critical moments. Use wind/step with right bumper when down to quickly regain your stance and attack, while taking damage to land a strike where you stand and dash through your enemies. Interesting. I'll pick that up. It sounds good. And for this mission, we got a couple plague enemies as well, so ahead, put on Plague Cleanse, and then we're going to want to put on Plague Resist. Probably don't have the Plague Rings anymore, but to be honest, I don't really think they're necessary. Anyway, talk to Defrona. She's going to tell you about Lacrima. We're going to go this way. After here, I like to just run downstairs real fast. Grab this loot. Then we're gonna run back up. Where's the big boy at? Oh, he didn't come. Oh, there he is. Alright. So we got the big boy. Should have been ored. I think I picked up the ore, that's right. Alright, buddy, listen. We're just gonna run past him. We'll focus the big guy. Beware of the plague puddle he leaves behind. Now you can craft the Soul Eater set if you want. Oh, we got plagued. Do that. So we're gonna go left in the room. Get this chest. And that is the remainder of the golden set for Spear. So just to talk about golden set, it's decent. I don't think it's as good as a lot of people make it out to be. I mean, I've been enjoying the Drowned Witch set a lot more for Spear. But the big thing with the golden set is you get a 20% boost on trance, and then with Moonlight Awakening, the way that works is anytime you do a trance attack, you follow up with a light attack and it repositions you behind the target. So it's a very good set for constantly staying behind the target, but I feel like we kind of already accomplished that with Shadow Reverse Penetrate. So decent set, but to be honest, it feels like the Spear's equivalent of the Butcher set. Like, it helps your base moves, it helps your base move set, but it doesn't do anything that's like crazy special. And so I think that's why I don't really enjoy it that much. I like the stuff that opens up the moves, and you know, like how our Whirlwind has an empowered Whirlwind. Stuff like that I'm a big fan of. Anyway, Get the Lacrima up ahead. We want to make sure that we do have on Javelin Rest in Peace. And we want to drop down here to get that. Drop here. I'd like to plunge the big guy if I can. Try and just lure him in a little bit. Well, that works. Beautiful dodge there. Let's see. Room drop goes to down below, kill dudes. Chest up the ladder for Lacrima. Oh no, okay, never mind. It's not here that we need to worry about the thing. Grab that. Netherworld minerals. Okay, you're not gonna let me get that off, are you? Oh god, what the fuck is happening, bro? There we go. What annoying. Alright, after that, we get the chest. We'll get chest up the ladder for a Lacrima and a second big guy. And then there's a soul stone in the corner. Actually, I wonder, you're going to start shooting already? Didn't do nearly enough. I'm a little bit spoiled because my spear build does a ton of damage with Javelin. Guess we'll just leave him. I don't particularly want to go down after him. There's our soul stone. I think I am going to kill him. Just because why not?
Damn it.
I think he's stuck. Refuse to use my plague removal. I was wondering, I was like, where is his loot? Dropped up top, that's interesting. Alright, now hopefully you had fun fighting those big guys, because the boss is just that. With a whole bunch of the dudes that are all going to be trying to crawl up your ass at the same time. So if you have AoE, it's going to be your best friend in the fight. With Spear, the Drowned Witch set actually works incredibly well. Eagle Wind is a decent alternative. For Greatsword, right around this point, you're probably using the Crimson set, which that case, your Mortal Blows are going to be your best friend. For Dual Wield, we don't really have a lot of AoE, so we're going to be counting on our Whirlwind setup here. And I'm also going to be firing things up Pop it, plague resist, and then we are just going in. We're going to go straight for the big guy. I'm not even worried about the littles. Because you either got to rush into the plague and fight him, or he just sits out here and... Ooh, God. Nope. Gotta heal. Ooh. Sketchy every time. Yeah, because the little guys, as far as I can tell, I want to say they just keep perpetually coming. So it's better off to just nuke that big guy down as fast as you can. You get him down and then it's, you know, you're home free. Immediately get the loot. Plague falls off. All the little dudes die. But not exactly a fight that I'm very fond of. Though it was funny to go in there with the Spears AoE set and just, you know, explode worlds. The game is like, go back. Go back to the butcher set. Probably sticking with this set for a while, so let's do a quick augmentation here. 97. Okay, take you. Right. And then I'll do the same thing if I can level up my gear at all. No, gear is higher than everything else. Okay. Just the weapon was falling behind. We're not falling behind, but... Oh, yeah, falling behind. Huh. Those stick for now. Anyway, back through the thing, and we'll go on to our next mission. This one's not as bad, I feel. It is going back to the, dealing with the lasers and all that stuff, but... Valus's axe. Back to the hidden laboratory. Alright, so to start, I would recommend slapping on a Coward's Lantern here. There are a bunch of those stealthy undead guys. They're always fun to deal with.
General Khazan, my father.
Talk to Valus's son. Swing on ahead. Some Lacrima right here.
I don't see where
Hit this. And then we can take the elevator down, and this will take us up to our first Nexus. So this room is I don't want to say a maze, but there's a little bit of like a pattern going through it, because it already has there's a bunch of lasers going, and there's areas that are locked up. So for now, you're just going to go in. And a lot of these enemies will teleport on top of you, so just kill them as you can. There's a path over there. Don't worry about that for now. Instead, we're just going to head this way. And we're going to kill them now that we're in the room with the tanks. That. And then, let me see. Work through the first room, go left for dudes. Next room, swing right for a ghost relic. There we go. Pop the 2 tanks. The next room has a stealthy over by the lever. And we're going to continue along. This one has another stealth guy. And a trap chest. And then when we exit out, now we're back to that room that I said we were going to ignore. Oh, interesting. That's the RB counter. That's when you get hit. That's good. I like that. I'll have to practice the timing of that a little bit. And here at the back of the room, pick up the dragon skill scroll. We're going to head back towards the Nexus. Now, once you pass that room, the first room we went into, here, pop that. Did I miss it? I missed it. Jesus. Okay, let's try that again. That's more like it. Hit that lever, pop the soul stone. And then we're going to go this way. So there's the elevator where we came in. There's our Nexus. If you need to rest, go for it. This lever. You know what? This is actually, these guys have like just enough health that I'm ever so slightly not killing them. Let me try out aggressive action. This is actually a perfect test because a lot of this stuff I tested on dummies, but it's always easier to just see stuff in practice, you know? Yeah, so it's slower, but that's actually pretty good. Maybe I've been sleeping on that ability the whole time. And so attacking, that results in activating. Oh yeah, but we do have the backwards dash, which is really nice. I think they are both going to be worth it. Do I have a common skill I can drop for now? I don't. Ooh, man, what would I want? I'll learn that. I almost never use that on an exhausted enemy. And eventually I'll probably pick up deafness and then fleet-footed as well. Where we're getting to the point where it's, you know, we're fleshing out our entire tree. But go over here, grab this soul tier. Go over there. Take a right for a new lever, pop a soul stone above, into the new room, swing right for satyrs, another level, through the big circular room for an elite. Afterwards, left for the witch's locks and the tank and a soul stone in the back. Put this on. No! Ah, you little shit. It's one of those enemies you need to, he's in the codex. Where is he at? Where's that little shit at? I got that one done. This one, fossilized Wuyu. So close to pulling it off. Witch's tentacles, so if you want the spear set, very good. I would consider it the best spear set in the game at this point. Possibly the best. I mean, there's still some more spear stuff I'm looking forward to testing. One more spear set. But so far, that one has been very good. I think it might be the most powerful, but I need to try one set that comes from a boss near the end of the game. Anyway, grab that. And then, hang on. Let's see. Right in the room. Witch's locks, and a tank, and a soul stone in the back. Got the soul stone. Got the split, go left for a loot chest, which we did, then down the long hallway, right into a room for a soul tear, a jarling, another stealthy, then we get the Nexus. think that's what I need to do with these. It's been a while since I've had to do a walkthrough. I need to just like read chunks of my notes and then proceed.
Valis, come on. We can't save Werther. Let's just get out of here.
Valis earned my trust time and time again during the Dragon Wars. I know he wouldn't abandon someone.
Alright, so there's a couple satyrs up ahead. Once we kill one of them, the others will likely just teleport over to you, so just queue up and... Boop. They don't. You can just kill both. And there's a third one. Should show up, but since he's not, we'll just run for it. Oop. Yeah. Hit that. Over here, grab the chest. I know it kind of zipped right through that, but basically the bottom laser comes first, so all you need to do is wait till they're both on that side, come here. As soon as the bottom laser passes, drop, and the top one goes right above your head. Alternatively, you could do it over on this thing, with the bottom one pass, and then go. Alright, and on to the boss fight. So this boss fight it's not particularly bad. We gotta fight one of those big boy enemies that we fought a bunch previously. And there's also a mutant mage at the same time. So just, you know, as always, we're gonna pre-buff up, we'll go in. This might be... Nope. Trying to get the hit. After that, pick up the axe. Get a rather depressing cutscene about him going crazy and...
Valis, you stay true to yourself until...
Father, you sound... General.
Sorry, little buddy. And with that, we are all wrapped. So one thing I want to check before we leave. I've had quite a few people asking about customizing gear, and I think they added something new to this that I wanted to confirm. So when we're going to change attributes and we're picking what we want. Yeah, we can. Okay. So if I go, let's just take the... I actually like those. Let me see if there's anything I don't want that I can change. Max health, defense, and stamina. It's not bad. Stamina recovery, enemy critical, that's good. Stamina recovery, that's good. Recovery. Alright, charge attack. So when I take this, when I select that, if I hit the button that says view attributes, I can see a potential of what it's going to turn into. So anything that is gray, I can't get. So obviously I can't get, you know, I can't have stamina multiple times. But any of those other ones I can have. And for something like this, ideally, I probably want to have like a damage multiplier increase. That would be really nice. Enemy critical, I like a lot. And enraged also isn't too bad. So we would just grab that, and wow, that is some amazing RNG. But you know, even here we can see the potential. I can see, oh, you know, I got a 2.8. This goes up to 4%. So if you wanted to roll it even higher, you could. But honestly, when it comes to customizing your gear, you know, we've talked about it a little bit. I like stamina recovery a lot. In terms of other stats that I look for, enemy critical, I think, is very good because, you know, it's going to finish the fight. Getting the enemy at 50% or lower, you know, yeah, give me more damage. That's a solid damage choice. Stamina damage is also decent, but like for weapon, I want attack damage, I want multiplier, and I want more raw damage. You know, going for stamina damage increase, for example, it's a decent one. Ideally, I'd prefer to just have raw damage, but sometimes it's like, is the juice worth the squeeze? You know, like how many times would I have to roll this? Just going. Yeah, so we just burned through all of our Lacrima and didn't get anything we wanted. That's why sometimes you're just gonna be like, you know what? It's good enough. Yeah, stamina recovery. I like stamina recovery. That's always nice. So we'll just leave that on. But yeah, I mean, once you get one set that you're really happy with, because like where we're at right now, with this being at the unique tier, we're not going to make a new Beast Slayer set anytime soon. I mean, there's a couple other bosses with dual wield sets that I'll make and try out. Otherwise, once you're at unique, I think that's where it's fully worth just like, you know, completely pimp out your gear with the affixes you want, and then hang on to that gear until either you find a new set or we get up to the next rarity, which is orange, and that's where that's the final boss. So, you know, not really a concern on the playthrough. But either way, let's close out. Going through here, we can talk to Defrona. Yeah, come here.
Now you are strong enough. Tell me.
A max spirit upgrade, which is beautiful. And up next, we're going to be heading on over to the Hermit Mountains for a new main mission. So closing out here. I'll catch you in a little bit with more.